tell you, and several things going on out there. Check on the setup, I'm quite sure. But don't have any really person down the driver here. Something handy, I think.
You're not dragging me around for something after but good old milky dad of the year, let my son go out, but we all know it's how Mr Kershaw's come to the front to keep his eagle eye on the guy.
Look at that, beautiful, beautiful drive down through there. And away he goes up through there. Straight to the over there. Interesting. Yeah, there's a little bit of concern there, look.
But see, that's the difference where, as much skill as Mason has, his dad Richard has got the experience. So he'll know the car will handle when it's approaching this gun right, because you can't see what's the other side of it.
You know, I'll tell you what, this is quite the got a good question to go and hit everything, because it looks to check. Not clear, get a bit faster there, please.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's great being at this particular event where people are filming you going over the jump. You think you're going really fast, and you think the car can't take any more. But when you see it from it, just keep it cruising a bit longer.
There's one of the comments, one of the drivers who was quite specific, and I won't mention any names, but he made the most beautiful comment that day at the Hilton. He said, well, I give it the all, I give it the...
Okay, so we're here at Goodwood Festival of Speed 2022. And we've met some of the younger generation coming through, the new drivers coming up through, and one driver we really need to be keeping an eye on, for sure, Mason Kershaw. Now, I'll tell you what, Mason, you have got some big boots to fill. Your father, 6 times British off-road champion. That's quite something. So what are your views coming into the sport? Is it something, watching your dad, seeing him, how he's developed over the years with the cars, is that what really brought you into it as well?
An interest in motorsport in general, following F1 and WRC growing up, and then through that met Dan Lofthouse, who builds the cars, and got quite a keen eye for the motorsport industry, and where he went and ended up going to university to do a master's degree in motorsport engineering.
You're going to actually be making your debut drive at Goodwood Festival of Speed this year, so how does that feel?
Yeah, it feels good. It's a little nerve-wracking. I'd rather in front of such a big crowd, but yeah, it is what it is, and I think there's no better place to be thrown than the deep end.
And you're going to be taking it a little bit easy. Obviously, you've got your dad's car, the Lofthouse. You're going to be driving that. That's a beast of a car as well. It's pretty nippy, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I think with the mapping within the car's adjustable, I think I'll be leaving it on road mode for the first few.
So what's the horsepower with that one?
I think road mode's about 350, and then I think there's 10 steps above that.
Yeah, and on a really lightweight car.
Yeah.
Rev to infinity, the whole works. It's got the whole package, isn't it? It's a great car. So for you though, Mason, you know, watching the sport, as I say, you've watched the sport develop, you've been around the top drivers, seen some of the fastest. Where do you feel you'd like to go with the sport? Where do you think you'd like the sport to go? There's a lot of new technology coming out. EV, of course, is the big name at the moment. What are your thoughts on that side of things?
I think there's a lot of potential with the EV stuff. Maybe even the hydrogen aspect of stuff with safety coming in into industry in road car vehicles, and the way it's all being pushed now, I think we can see electric and maybe hydrogen in the near future.
A lot of people looking at that combination because the power, the torque at the wheels is phenomenal, isn't it? But the actual plug-in point of getting electric into maybe not so much. But you know, because you've been studying all this, of course, and looking into it.
It's obviously it's hard work to get an electric power source in the middle of a field in Wales or in the middle of nowhere in France.
And it's not necessarily the most economic or the best way to put the power into the car either, is it?
No, currently at the moment we wouldn't have said so. The efficiency of it is very limited, especially with the technology and batteries. But I think it is close. hopefully I could be part of that.
And it's a moment in time, so to have you sitting here working within the industry, within the sport, and coming right in with your debut here at Goodwood Festival of Speed, looking back in 5, 10, 15 years, where do you think we'll be? Just off the top of your head, what are you thinking?
Very good question. And I don't think anyone could answer that.
I'm not got the answer yet.
I think that all depends on the new technologies and who wins the race to making the most efficient power.
Yeah, and it is a race, isn't it? That's what's so exciting. Do you feel the excitement in your generation? Is there a lot of key interest in it?
Being at uni, there's a lot of people that are interested in that side. I have just started working for a company called Ricardo, and they're
sponsoring the Futures Lab, aren't they? Is that Ricardo? Well, no, it might be the other one, yeah.
But they're pushing the hydrogen because that's their belief into where they see the future.
Right, no, I think it's another company, so it's right up there on the same sort of mix. But yeah, a lot of companies are looking at this hydrogen in different formats, aren't they? And I know Extreme E, who are here as well, those cars are just amazing. And they're using hydrogen as their base to produce the electric to power the cars at the moment. So I think it's a company called ACF who are really looking at that, which is absolutely massive and fantastic. And that's the first steps. It's just the first steps, isn't it? That's what's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's, we could all look at it and go, yeah, not so sure. We're not so sure, that's the point. Is that what you find the most exciting part? Is we're only just starting to really delve into it.
Yeah, we've got to get past that initial stage, and it was the same with electric vehicles when they first started on the road. Nobody was really interested, and now you look all over and you see Teslas and electric vehicles all over the place. So it is coming. It's just a matter of time now. Yeah. And you never know. I don't think anyone can call it.
So from somebody making their debut in 2022, so we can look back on this in the future, your thoughts going into your very first Goodwood Festival of Speed drive, what are you thinking over this weekend before you actually get in the car? What are your thoughts?
Don't crash.
It's a good one, I like that.
Yeah, basically don't crash, and just enjoy myself, have a good time. Like you say, it's one of the first proper events that I'll be doing. And there's some rough parts of the stage, so there's potential for some big damage. So learning, sitting in, and also learning, trialing what I know in the car and what I think's fastest, and then sitting in with other people and learning. Yeah,
from the greats. Yeah,
and it's a massive thing because you're never really gonna pick the fastest line.
It's just picking the right line. That's all you got to do this week. That's all you got to do, Mason. And look, I'm just delighted to see the younger generation coming in and really with so much enthusiasm. So the very best of luck for Goodwood Festival of Speed 2022. We look forward to seeing you up there in the Britpart Off Road Arena. So Mason Kershaw, note that name. We'll look forward to seeing you back here again sometime. And give it 5 years. We'll see. Look back at this interview, see where it's gone. Thank you very much for coming and talking to us. Thank you.
Must be huge though, absolutely huge. So it's bringing it around the top to do the shootout, and the fastest car out there today must be quite something. Okay, so and don't leave us yet, because even when Mason is finished, we've got one more for you. This is a blinder. This is so down through them. Mason Kershaw, that's a good line. He handled that very nicely. Isn't it good looking words? Not yet, but swings it round. Nice line. Fast up through there.
Very quick out that bottom berm.
He was.
He braked hard at the top, got the wheels down, got the power down.
Absolutely. This is great. So these young guns really champing at the heels of the champions. I know they say the apples are fall far from the tree. They're filling an off-road motorsport. We have some serious talent coming up and already knocking on the door of the front runners up through to the first car. So Mason Kershaw flies up through there on the first run. And he's going far. I tell you, he's really gunning for it. So Aston got to time with 2:21, the one you really want to speak, but if you can put the couple of decisions up the top there, you'll be over the moon. So Mason, Nick is the driver of his dad's car. Trying to around that crossing now. Just lovely, but don't go anywhere, because I'll tell you any minute now, it's all going to break loose in here. So, looking very good run.
Different tactic to his father.
Absolutely.
Richards flew that. He braked just before it got the power down earlier. Be interested to know.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he's powering into that top bar, isn't he? So round the bottom now. Oh, nice. Doesn't leave the braking quite so late, I fancy. I think he's backed off and then braked rather than going hard into it and then last minute jumping on everything. Okay, there we go. So, sorry, I can't do some more brakes on not a minute. Oh, 2:22. That's a great time. That is a good time. So, 1 second slower, just saying, than Aston though. So there we are. But the two young guns within a second of each other, and just great to see this level of talent coming through. Go nowhere, hang on to your eardrum. Good job, good run from Mason Kershaw.